Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. So we finally have an updated way to compare the CN stats, our CN bros, against global users in terms of the appearance rate of all characters in Memory Chaos 10. That's right, the Brightwind team has updated this system, so now there's a toggle ability to show only Memory Chaos 10 stats. Previously, it was just 6 to 10, but now we can actually focus on Memory Chaos 10 along with the CN stats that actually shows appearance rates. Because the previous stats that we have seen are the utilization rates, which is based on, let's say 100 people have Luocha and 99 of the players that have them will use him. So we got appearance rate across all the two sites and also the Memory Chaos 10 stats. Now, we also have some of the very, very popular teams in terms of what are the best of performing teams from the scene side as well as for the global side. And it's so interesting to see that they are actually very similar, so we'll take a look later, right? So with regards to the utilization, appearance rate across all of the characters, you can see it's so awesome to really see that the utilization sitting at the very top is Xuan and Tingyun, because it's the exact same for global and for CN. Xuan and Tingyun are at the top, right? They're the two most used characters in Memory Chaos 10 for clears, and it really just shows how strong Xuan is, because I think a lot of people might have skipped Luocha, because there were some really nice units around the time of his release. So some people might have been saving for Xuan to buff the Seele and to buff Jingyuan, for example, and it does really show here, because Seele at the very least did see a usage appearance rate surge, now surging past Danghan, right? Because at the very top, so this is quote-unquote appearance rate wise SS tier is Tingyun and Xuan, the matches here, followed by Silver Wolf Luocha, right? Silver Wolf Luocha, Seele, and Brony. So this is the exact same in terms of appearance rate. It's the exact same for our CN bros and our global players. It's so interesting to see how the meta is very similar. Now, the things that are different onwards is Danghan into Blade, I believe. Oh no, this is the same Danghan into Blade, and then a Lynx. Okay, Lynx, Kafka, Pela. Whereas here, it's Pela, Jingyuan, and Clara. So Kafka really does fall off quite a bit in terms of the appearance rate for Memory Chaos 10 on the CN side. But for the global side, I think it's the opposite in terms of they're swapping the lightning DPS for Kafka versus Jingyuan. Whereas, of course, Jingyuan being a CN, quote-unquote CN in general, sees a lot more love on the CN side, so it's super interesting to see that. And Pela is still at the top, but Asta and Yukon sitting at 17-15%. They do use a bit more, I think, here in comparison. So everything else looks very similar. Do they even have Lynx? Yeah, Lynx is 19%, right? 19%. But of course, for the global side, Lynx is utilized a bit more. So you know what? At least the first 6 units, no, the first 8 units are the exact same in terms of the usage ranking, right? From team all the way down to Blade, exact same, and then we see some differences after that. So very cool, because a lot of people wonder, is Brightwind stats going to be different from the CN stats? What about the appearance rate? And are CN bros more sweaty? But it turns out that, you know what, top 8 units, exact same. So awesome to see. Now, looking at some of the popular units, so I'll just show you what I run personally. So at its current moment, for at least Memory Chaos right now, for me it's just full auto, right? I full auto everything and I still 0 cycle. I think maybe we'll get more difficult Memory Chaos stages, like once we leave the next planet, or we get introduced to the next planet, just like how the Shenzhou MoC 6 is actually a challenge when it was released. So I'll be very much looking forward to that. But for now, you know what, I think our main teams are done, and I talked about it previously where we're in the era of having 1 solo sustain, 2 pseudo supports, and then to buff your hyper carry, right? But we are moving closer, I think, soon with the release of Jinglu and Topaz into 1 hyper carry, 1 half pseudo carry, pseudo support that can deal damage and support whoever is there, into 1 solo sustainer and a true support. Best example is going to be Jinglu, right? Jinglu with Blade, really good synergy, and then you slot in a solo sustainer, either Xuan or Luocha, and you put a true support like Bronya, and that will be your team. So I think that's what's going to happen as we get more units that support hyper carries, and we have 2 quote-unquote hyper carries doing the damage in the future. But now looking at the top utilization rate, because we've got the one, of course, for CN, and Pride also has theirs. The most popular team is going to be almost mono quantum from the CN side. This is a very, very aggressive team, right? Solo sustain to support hyper carry, and basically if you run this team into an enemy that has wind weakness, you will always apply the quantum weakness because the enemy already has the wind. So this is a very, very aggressive team. Super strong single target. Xuan giving Seele the crit and crit damage, and giving Silverwolf a crit rate and crit damage as well if you're E1, and then applying the debuff. Seele will clean up really, really quick, and then Bronya can give Seele another turn. Effectively, this is going to be very, very SP hungry team, but also do a lot. Now, this other team, second one, the Blade Pela, very, very interesting that this is the second team, because if you take a look at it, I don't think this combination shows up until here, right? This is the fifth most popular team for global, but second most popular for oh, actually it's not, because if you look at this column right here, this is utilization rate, and this is appearance rate. So if we look at the appearance rate, it is 7.9, sitting at 7.9 is this Mono Quantum plus Lightning, which is instantly the team I run, right? This is the exact same team, Seele, Xuan, Silverwolf, and Lightning. And you run this into a Lightning enemy and you apply Quantum Weakness. So that is the third most popular team, I believe. Yeah, that's right, with a really, really nice 6.57. The Mono Quantum team with Lynx is a bit more stable, but obviously average cycle-wise lower. But the lowest is Danghan. So do they have a Danghan team with Yukon? No, they have this one though. They have this Danghan Blade version, which is the one I run. So yeah, don't be fooled. The first column here is utilization rate, so it's similar to what we talked about before for the CN stats. Is out of the people that have those teams who actually are using this team, and the appearance rate is more in line with what here Global is outputting in terms of the Pride side. Now, Jingyuan does have a very, very successful team, sitting at 5.54. That's almost the third lowest, just behind Danghan. Now, Jingyuan, Asta, Tingyun, and Fushuan is, again, the exact same team, and this team is really good. It runs Asta with Dance 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 into Tingyun with the Planetary Rendezvous to boost Jingyuan damage, and then Fushuan to stop any CC that might stop Lightning Lord, and also give crit rate and crit damage. Both very good for Jingyuan. So very interesting to see how it's so similar. Honestly, I think this is great. If we are seeing completely different metas for global and CM players, I would be worried, because I think, what is going on, right? What are they cooking that the global players are not cooking? But it does seem to be very, very similar. So very nice to see. So this is the current breakdown, and moving forward we'll be comparing basically the appearance rate across CN and global. This is the fourth episode in this series, and we'll do this every time this is updated. So appearance rate is fantastic, because then it's in line, we can compare, and we'll also look at some of the popular teams, because I think with the release of Jingdu, meta will change, and hopefully for Tobaz as well, as we go into this 2 carry, 1 support, 1 sustain era. So let me know your thoughts. Did you go for Fushuan? Because we see Fushuan, the usage rate skyrocketed, right? The usage rate shot to #1 in utilization. Absolutely bonkers. So definitely worth it. And a lot of people say that she does more than Luocha. I still like Luocha very much. I've got both at E1. I still like Luocha very much, just due to my bias, I guess, because of his design. But did you get Fushuan, and are you looking to pull in 1.4 with the 2 other units? Because remember, 1.5, those two, especially a new Harmony, 5-star Harmony, is something we haven't seen yet, a limited Harmony. So we'll have to see how she is. Anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye now.